"You gonna flinch, old man?" the biker yelled, bursting into laughter as the neon green water gun splashed across the veteran's face. The crowd erupted, some gasping, others raising their phones, thinking they were capturing a hilarious TikTok. But the man who stood there, soaked and still, didn't move an inch. His posture remained unbroken, his eyes steady behind his sunglasses. His uniform, creased, faded, yet worn with unmistakable pride, absorbed the water like it had absorbed decades of storms. The biker, a muscle-bound guy covered in patches and bravado, spun around and bowed to the crowd like he just nailed a comedy routine. "Ladies and gentlemen, your hero didn't even blink," he shouted mockingly, egging on the laughter. But no one noticed the subtle shift. The silence behind the veteran's stillness wasn't weakness. It was discipline, not anger, not fear, just resolve. The veteran slowly raised a hand and wiped his face with his gloved fingers. Then he stepped forward. One pace, then another. The biker's smirk faltered, just a flicker, as the old man calmly removed his sunglasses. "You think this is funny?" the veteran asked, his voice calm, too calm. "You think disrespect is entertainment?" The biker shrugged, half laughing. "Relax, it's just water, Gramps. You guys fought for our freedom, right? That includes jokes." But the crowd had shifted. The phones were still up, but the smiles were gone. The mood had changed. "I fought," the veteran said, his tone like steel dragged across gravel, "so people like your father wouldn't have to die in a jungle. I held my best friend in my arms while he bled out in Cambodia. I buried 3 brothers in 1 year, and I stood guard over their names every Memorial Day since." The biker looked uneasy now. "All right, chill. I stood out here today," the veteran cut in, "to honor them, to stand in silence for the ones who never got to come home. And you sprayed a water gun in my face for likes." The biker's smirk was gone. The crowd was dead quiet. Then came the backstory, one the biker never asked for, but needed. "I was 19 when I went overseas," the veteran continued, "fresh out of high school. Thought I was tough, thought I'd come back a hero. But I came back broken. My wife left, my legs didn't work right. I spent 2 years talking to a therapist just so I could sleep without screaming." A woman in the crowd lowered her phone, her eyes welling with tears. The biker shifted uncomfortably. "And when I finally stood back up, when I finally got clean and found purpose again, it was by volunteering, by standing still for others, guarding their memory, being the silence that reminds people what it cost." The veteran took a final step forward, now face to face. "So no," he said, "I won't flinch for a plastic toy, because I didn't flinch when real bullets flew past my ears. I didn't flinch when I dragged a kid out of a burning Humvee, and I damn sure won't flinch for you." The biker opened his mouth, then closed it. Whatever joke he had died in his throat. Then he lowered the water gun. "I'm sorry," he muttered. "I didn't know." "You didn't ask," the veteran replied. Then something happened no one expected. The biker turned to the crowd. "Hey, y'all can stop recording. This ain't funny anymore." He walked up to the veteran and extended the water gun like he was surrendering it. "You're right, that was disrespectful. I thought I was being funny. I wasn't." The veteran didn't take the toy. Instead, he extended his hand. "You want to make it right," he said. "Volunteer at the VA or visit a cemetery on Veterans Day. Shake a hand, hear a story. Just respect what you've been given." The biker nodded. He took the veteran's hand and shook it, not with swagger, but with something new. Humility. And then it happened. The crowd erupted, but this time with applause. Not for the biker, for the man who stood in silence, who didn't flinch, who taught a lesson without raising his voice, throwing a punch, or asking for sympathy. The veteran adjusted his cap, took a breath, and resumed his post, just as stoic, just as proud, not for himself, but for the fallen. Respect isn't earned with likes, it's owed to those who gave everything so you could laugh, live, and even make mistakes. Before we end this story, let us know in the comment where are you watching from. If this story moved you, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more powerful stories like this one. You never know, the next one might just change your life.